Hello student, how are you? Hope you are all safe at home and you are doing your study well. Welcome to my Business Organizations and Management class second part. And you know that we are continuing our revision class. Already we have done chapter 8 communication, and we are also continuing our MCQ solution and MCQ formation, how to form MCQ question and how to choose the best alternatives from the four alternatives. So I hope last class it's also the same solution of MCQ and setting up MCQ and finding the best answer of them, and that was very effective to you. Today also we are going to continue another class on my MCQ solution. So I hope you are all ready to solve multiple choice question or MCQ question. So let's see. We can see on the screen a stimulus. If you read it, that will be good, and I also help you to read out. The director of an event management company was standing at a designated place on a stage show, giving various gestures like this to his employees, and seeing that his team of workers stunned the whole hall and made a successful program of half an hour. The audience of all classes, the professions and ages in the hall started applauding easily. So this is our esteem that is given on this your screen. So let's come to our questions. What is about this esteem? Question is, through which communication did the director of event management of the company communicate with his staff? He stood on the stage and they giving some gesture. Okay, you know that the body language, it's called a gesture. So our options are inactive communication. No, it cannot be, because he wasn't inactive on the stage. Gesture hint communication, yes, it can be, because he also showed some gesture and given some hints what actually he is trying to say on the stage. It can be, probably it can be answered. We can not come to a conclusion because another two the alternatives also remain. The visible communication, it can be visible, because on the stage he was doing something that try to communicate with the staff who are on the ground, and he was on the stage. And D, the communication through work. No, there is no way, because he wasn't to work. So A and D totally cancelled because it is not related with the question, but two things is related, B and C. So the B is very closest, because gesture and hints, he also indicating some hints, so that is why the answer will be gesture and hint. You have to choose the best on, because probably some of them can be more closer, but best closest one will be the answer. Now coming to the next. Why is event management popular with all class of audience? There is no applications of verbal language. It is less time consuming. It is less expensive. It is verbal rather than written. There is no applications of verbal language, but yes, there is no use of verbal language. On the stage, everybody try to show some body language performance, and because so many audience there were, you cannot communicate verbally, but you can communicate with them without verbal by the gesture giving hands. This will be the gesture and giving hands. That will be, there is no application of verbal language. That is why it is. Now coming to the another question. The English word communication has originated from French coming, from the Greek combo, from the English common, not from any. It will be from the French coming. But if there is from Latin communis, that also will be answered, because here is not that option. That is why it will be, because its answer can be two: French coming, and another answer will be Latin communis. Now coming to the next one. What are the basis of elements of communication? What are the basis elements of communication? So number 72, what are the basic elements of communication? We can see the alternative 1, 2, 3, 5. We know that if there is sender, medium or media, and receiver, if three options are get together, then it could be communication complete. So the basic is how much? 3. Now coming to the another question. The process of exchanging information, feeling, opinion or emotions between two or more people is defined as communication. Who said? Newman and Summer, McFarlane, Henry Fayol, Taylor. Henry Fayol and Taylor, not McFarlane. It will be the answer. The basic elements of communications are two sides. Yes, it must needed two sides. Medium. Yes, it must needed to my medium. Feedback. Also needed feedback. So, which of the following is correct? When I said that 3 are correct, so that is why the question answer will be D. 1, 2 and 3. Now coming to the next question. The next question is, read the stimulants below and answer the 61 and 72. Rohim calls his friend Karim on his way to work on the street to invite him to his house. But on the other hand, Karim could not understand what his friend told him because of noise of car on the road. So Karim couldn't tell his friend nothing. Karim could tell his friend nothing in return. He couldn't say, because there is so many noise. He actually, the Rohim tried to invite him to his house, but he couldn't hear clearly, and that is why he didn't did any response. So our question is, what essential elements of modern communications have influenced here? Middle, message, recipient, decoding. Yes, here will be decoding, because he couldn't understand, and that is why he didn't arrange the information short get. So the decoding he couldn't do, because he didn't hear all these things clearly. The second question is 72 question, number question. Which basic elements of communication is missing in the stimulus? This encoding. No, there is no problem of encoding, because he did say all these things very clearly. And noise, or no, noise is not element of communication. And feedback, yeah, it is feedback, because when he didn't hear anything clearly, so then didn't response to him the sender, and that is why the feedback is not given. So we can say that the feedback was missing in the communication. Now coming to the next question, what could be the way to inform anyone about the decision taken by STEAM? Mr. Cohen sent a notice through cam145@hotmail.com. You know that when you see this ID, and you automatically say that it is the way memorandum, a special report, email, notice board. It must be email, because here is given an email number. So it is easy, huh? Okay. Coming to the next question. What is the main type of communications? Actually, the basic kinds of communication. 2 types, 3 types, 4 types, or 5 types. It actually 2 types. Okay. Now coming to the next question. Internet uses started from which of the following decades? It is 50s, 60s, 70s, the 80s. It was started from 60s. Now coming to the other questions. After receiving the information, what is it called to sort by yourself? When I get the information from the sender, then that times I will try to arrange in my mind. So what it will be called? It's concept, encoding, decoding, and fruitage. No, it will be decoding, because when they get information from the senders, they try to arrange in his mind, and it will be called decoding. Now coming to the next question. How much teleconference can be done? How much way teleconference can be done? It would be similarly in 2 ways, in 3 ways, in 4 ways. You know that teleconferences are divided into how many? It is 2 types of audio conferencing and video conference. So it can be done 2 ways. Answer will be 2 ways. We are heading to another question. Example of written communication are written communication are email. Yes, email written communication. So it's something written on the computer and then sent through a email number. That will be written communication. Okay. Video conferencing. I'm doing the video, and you are watching video. Is there was no written on the board? That will be what? It can be visualization. So there is not written anything. So we cannot say video conferencing is written communication. And bulletin board system, yes, it is written communication, because there also be written. So we can say that now our answer will be 1 and 3. So I hope you have all have tried to practice it very carefully, and when you do find your best answer from the alternatives, then you have to care full about choosing the best one, considering all the 4 options. Then you have to select the first one, best one, and you have to fill up the black point. So for today it is all completed, and we have completed 2 class on the solutions of MCQ questions. I hope it will help to you to choose in the exam. And if you have any problems, what are the MCQ questions given in your book, if you think that it is confusable, so you can easily ask me on during the class time. So I will try to help you by explaining very in detail. That will help you to understand very clearly. So for today, thank you all, and wishing you all best of luck. We'll see you tomorrow.